Now, you're going to launch it tomorrow here with an event. What are you doing?
Well, we're really blessed. Rebuild the Dream is going to be a significant platform to begin to fight for some real common sense solutions to the economic crisis, like raising taxes on rich people so we don't have to cut Medicare and everything else. And we have wonderful partners, MoveOn.org. We're working with organizations like the AFL-CIO, SEIU, Campaign for America's Future, Center for Community Change, and others to say it is time for the nearly silenced majority of Americans to step up and drown out this sort of Tea Party rabble that has only one solution for every problem, which is to destroy America's government. And call themselves patriots when they're doing it. The deeper patriots are standing up now to the cheaper patriots. That's what Rebuild the Dream's about.
Are you prepared now to have the Fox News report being Jones calls Tea Party rabble their story tomorrow?
Listen. They only attack me. I have an agreement with Fox News. They only attack me on days that end in Y. That's their basic agreement. So,
but they have done, and they've done that for 2 years. So the question becomes, why have we waited till now to address this in a formal way?
Well, you know, part of the thing was that I didn't want to make this be a pissing match between me and Glenn Beck. But Beck finally crossed the line, even with me. We started working with people all across the country to stand up this movement, and we started calling it the American Dream Movement, fighting to keep the American dream alive. People are scared and hurt. And he attacked the American dream itself and said the American dream is some sort of subversive conspiracy. At that point, I said, listen, you can't make fun of and belittle the American dream and Americans who are trying to get jobs in this country. And that's when I decided enough is enough. And so I said, listen, stop smearing me. Let's have a real debate. And suddenly he's got nothing to say.
No, his show's going off the air. He's got to do recaps. It's like the end of Oprah Winfrey. He's going to do all the highlights in the town hall and everything else. Do you have any idea, though, when this began? Why were you the target of all the potential targets? What made you the easiest mark?
Well, I mean, well, first of all, I do have a colorful past. I was on the left side of Pluto when I was a younger person in the Bay Area, like a lot of folks. As I got older and matured, I came back around to understanding what my dad was trying to tell me. My dad was a cop in the military. I grew up on the edge of a small town, and he was a tough-minded Bobby Kennedy Democrat. Came back around to his values and began to be much more effective at actually getting real jobs, real opportunity for people. So that was there in the background. But I think the real trigger was that some of my former friends in the Bay Area took offense to some of Beck's more incendiary statements against the president. And they started raising the question with sponsors of his show, saying, hey, this is not a good idea. And then I think that became an excuse for him to come after me. Now, I had nothing to do with Color of Change. I mean, I love those guys, but I haven't worked with them for years and years, since back in the Katrina days. But I think that became the excuse. But what I do know is this. Beck will be off the air at the end of this week. But Americans still are going to have the same problems next week they've got this week. And we need real solutions for those problems. America's government cannot be missing in action when people are hurting this bad. I've talked to 30,000 Americans face-to-face in the past 12 months. People are losing their houses, they're losing hope, and we should be thinking about how we raise some revenue for America's government to be strong enough to help the American people. That is what it's going to take to save the American dream. I want to be focused on that, not silly smear campaigns.
Van Jones, the former White House Green Jobs Advisor, I think we have more to talk about. I'd like to continue this in a part 2 if you can spare the time.
I'd love to do that.
All right, we'll record it after I say this part over here. Okay, that's Countdown. Up next on Vanguard, this is an old story in a new place.